Hi guys, my name is Lindy and today I'm going to be talking with you about the 5 top reasons that I like worn-in books more than I like new or pristine looking books. Now by worn-in, I mean that the binding has been loosened a little bit, the pages may have some dog ears, overall the book is just not brand new. It's been read or reread and you can tell by the look of it. Now the perfect example that I have on my bookshelf right now is The Green Mile by Stephen King. I did a book review in full on it, so if you'd like you can go ahead and check that down. Link in the description box down below. As you can tell, the binding is loose. On paperbacks you can tell more. It's been worn out right there, okay? Here the pages has been a little bit dog-eared. Still a really nice book, still newer. I've only read it once, but I plan on rereading it again sometime in the future. But that is what I kind of mean by a worn-in book. So without further ado, here are my 5 reasons. Number 1, the books usually have that old book smell. Now, I've seen these videos done by other booktubers and most of them say that they prefer the new book smell over the old book smell. I, however, prefer the old book smell. I have my own kind of weird, quirky reasons, I guess. I suppose the biggest reason that I like the old book smell compared to the new book smell is just because when I was younger, I would visit my grandma in the summertime and I would go to her house and she has a lot of old books. And I would get to pick through the books and I get to read them. And they smelled old and kind of musty, but that smell reminds me of my grandma and my grandma's house, going there and visiting there for the summer, so the smell is actually connected to my childhood and really great memories. So with worn-in books, usually they're older and usually get that smell. Number 2, the binding is usually worn in, just like my Stephen King book, and not stiff. The reason why I like worn-in bindings and not stiff bindings is because I often lay in bed at night and read. And I hate having to like pull apart the book really hard. Just be open easily so I can see everything. Number 3, to piggyback off of number 2, worn-in books seem to have more character, at least to me. Usually I buy used books or cheap books, so I actually do kind of look for that worn-in feel. I prefer it. Number 4, and I've kind of said it earlier, worn-in books make it easier to read at night because I don't care if it looks pristine after I read it. A lot of booktubers I know probably have their eyes real big if they're watching this because I've seen a lot of booktubers talk about the fact that they like their books to look like they've never been read. I like people to come in my house, see my bookshelf, and see that I read my books, that they're not perfect, and that they can borrow them and not worry about destroying them. Now, when I borrow people's books, I am very careful. It's not my property, so I'm not going to try to destroy it. And I wouldn't want other people to destroy my property. But am I going to be mad or upset if the binding's just a little bit more worn out? No, that means it's been well read. I love that. I want to share the books that I love with everybody, and I want them to love them just as me. Perfect example for me, I'm actually lending it out to a friend right now, but The Perks of Being a Wallflower, I love that book so much. I have it all written up, kind of marked up and everything. Which brings me to number 5. I am an annotator. I started annotating in high school thanks to Miss Peterson, who may or may not ever watch this video, but if you ever do, Miss Peterson, I really did appreciate learning that technique from you. I had never annotated before, but I definitely love it now. It's a way to keep me as an active reader. If you don't know what annotating means, it just means writing or marking in your book some of your thoughts or your ideas or highlighting key points in your book. I do this all the time because it makes it easier to find that perfect quote that I read and highlighted later on instead of having to scour through a book completely unmarked. Also, it gives me an opportunity to be an active reader, active with myself, bouncing ideas off of my own self. I can read something and write what I think about it, and if I reread it later on, come back to that thought, and maybe I can add more to that thought or have more ideas, new ideas on it. So annotating to me is just part of being an active reader, and it's really helped me. So thanks, Miss Peterson. Anyway, those are the 5 reasons that I love worn-in books more than new, pristine-looking books. To me, what matters more is, as cliche as it sounds, what's on the inside, not how it looks on the outside. If you liked my video and hope to see some more, you can just click that subscribe button and I'll have more coming at you. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!